to preserve our wetlands and rebuild the landscape that is disappearing. So we really need to work on it so we could save Louisiana from washing away.
We need to protect the wetlands because that's where we get our seafood, and and if we keep on destroying the wetlands, there will not be any more Louisiana, and if we protect the wetlands, we could save all the animals. It is important to help restore the land that we have lost from Louisiana.
Just outside New Orleans, in wetlands surrounding the community.
Who had that question about restoration of our wetlands?
These students are learning about how their personal choices have an effect on habitat, ecology, and economy.
Tell me a natural speed bump that we have in our environment, something that's out there that slows down the storm surge and acts like a natural speed bump.
It's the wetlands that acts like a speed bumps, and it slows down the hurricanes.
Providing students and teachers with an opportunity to learn firsthand about Louisiana wetlands and the benefits these surroundings provide is a surefire way to create good environmental stewards.
Honestly, think we need to really protect this community and preserve our wetlands, because this is just the beginning with the water just coming in and taking out our wetlands, and it's gonna come up to the urban cities if we don't do anything. So I think we really need to protect it and save it.
Urban communities are where people live, and 80% of the people in America live in our urban cities. So we have to focus our attention on where people live and reconnect them with the great outdoors. Our future depends upon engagement of our youth to the outdoors. We need the future land managers. We need our future water resource managers. We need scientists, engineers. We can capture their talent by just introducing them into a safe, clean environment right in their neighborhood. Engaging them, just getting outside, to step away from the technology, from the inside the window perspective, and getting them outside. I think that's how you engage kids.
Which one am I holding?
Our stand-up Layton.
Honest enthusiasm by the people who are teaching our children or, mentoring them. That's the other part of it. CWPPRA, because it's been around for the last 20 years, has a wealth of information that teachers can go out there and grab. They can find out about the quality of the water in the communities that they live in. They can find out about the health of the wetlands. It can make teaching a real and relevant experience. Our Urban Water Federal Partnership is much like the partnership represents. It's bringing federal agencies together to listen to local stakeholders to improve the urban community, the urban waters that community surrounds. America's Great Outdoors is based on restoration and reconnecting Americans to their wildlands, to their rivers, and that starts right in your backyard. I think the Urban Waters Federal Partnership, the CWPPRA, America's Great Outdoors, if they work together and we listen to the citizens of New Orleans and Louisiana, we got a bright future. And so we need future scientists. They're going to have bigger challenges than we have today because they're going to know more about this planet. I just can't emphasize enough how important it is to invest in this generation of students for our future 50 years from now.
Here at the University of New Orleans Pontchartrain Institute for Environmental Sciences Coastal Education and Research Facility field location, professional instructors, professors, and scientists partner with CWPPRA to provide wetland training to instructors and school children.
Here we are in the Lake Pontchartrain Basin, so we're actually still in the city limits of New Orleans here, although when the students come out here they look around and they don't really believe us when we say that. Lake Pontchartrain is an urban estuary. It's very impacted by the city being most of the south shore of Lake Pontchartrain. We tried to tie in the whole system, not just look at our one little microcosm right here. We try to place the students in the bigger picture of where they are on the map. And so we talk about the estuary, we talk about Lake Pontchartrain, we talk about the impact of the city on Lake Pontchartrain, the water that's flowing behind us right now. We want to get the students out in the wetlands, and that's one of our biggest goals.
So what you want to do is you want to dig a hole?
It's because there's no substitute for being in the environment.
It makes us just feel good because we're doing something good for the environment, and it's not like, it feels like a big deal, but it's really not. It's just something simple you can do. It's the least you can do.
Helping with the wetlands, it feels great just to be active out here and just plant and help.
We try to give the teachers resources so that they can go and maybe build on what they learn with us. CWPPRA provides us with a great resource. The lacoast.gov website is a one-stop shop for getting people to think about restoration in Louisiana and how it's done. With students, we use the lacoast.gov website for introductions and then getting conversations going and getting the kids thinking about restoration. And that usually leads to them wanting to know what they can do.
Children and other people should come out, plant some more plants in the marshes to help our restoration and help our community.
The urban waters of New Orleans have a direct effect on the future and health of nearby estuaries. Urban runoff, wastewater, and pollution are all factors that pose environmental hazards to the delicate Louisiana wetlands. Helping people better understand their personal tie to nature creates more responsible residents.
Connecting the public to wetland restoration issues is critically important because the public is the solution to the problem. The public provides support to get the work done, and the public must realize the importance of the effort in order to support it. CWPPRA is really a unique federal program in that public participation is a real integral part of the program. It's a real ground-up program.
You can be creative. You can build your levee, you can build your barrier islands, you can create some restoration projects, some CWPPRA projects.
Education has always been a fundamental part of environmental change, however it comes about, because the way you really impact change in our culture is to get the young folks involved in it, get them interested in it. They will impact their parents, and then they will have their own kids, and over time you see change enacted in our society as a result. UNO's Field Research and Education Facility is in the perfect location to educate folks about water resources around the New Orleans area. Even though it's within the city boundaries, it's a part of the city of New Orleans, it is vastly different than these kids probably understand their city to be. It's a very different side of the city which they can get up close and touch and actually experience. Wetland issues are critical to the urban area because the urban area has a big impact on the wetlands around it. All the water resources around the urban area in New Orleans are interconnected. We're spending time on green education and technology and math education related to CWPPRA because those are areas that are critical to the future of our society here in coastal Louisiana and elsewhere as well. A kid who grows up in New Orleans may not realize the water resources that are around him and her. So realizing you've got the greatest river on the continent flowing by, you've got a wonderful lake resource at the other end of the city, and then you've got wetlands areas all around the city is a great thing for young people to learn. And if we can get them excited about ecosystems, about the environment, about wetland restoration, and especially if we can get them excited about learning the science and the math and the technical side of these things so that they can solve the problems of tomorrow, that's got to be a benefit for society.
A community's ability to intervene may yield positive impacts on the wetland environments and the local economy. Functional education helps the public visualize a future of wise and prudent use of the resources. CWPPRA, working with a host of partners, continues to educate the public about the value of Louisiana's wetlands and the need to protect and preserve them for today and tomorrow.
If we stay active and keep this going and save Louisiana, then we have nothing to worry about with the kids in the future not coming here.
Louisiana is a great place, and I would love to stay here and live here for the rest of my life.
CWPPRA uses an assortment of educational tools to reach out to the public. To learn more about these educational tools, visit www.lacoast.gov. To learn more about the Urban Waters Federal Partnership, visit www.urbanwaters.gov.